Hey guys, it's Mask Boy here. I had a request for strapping, and I said that I was gonna strap anyways. But I also had a request for better filming, so you can actually see what I'm doing, and that's fair. I didn't really have the tripod set up, so we're gonna do that. I have two ways of strapping I'm gonna show you in this video. One is going to involve a buckle. And one is just going to involve regular strapping. Like, for example, let me go find it. Like strapping like this. No buckles, no seams. No buckles, no Velcro, no nothing. I mean, I guess you could add Velcro, but I don't really use Velcro that much. I'm thinking about it, but I don't really have a lot of strapping. So, we are going to start. I'm gonna cut, and then I'm gonna come back when I'm ready. Okay, so the items that you're gonna need for this one with the, buckle is you're gonna need some glue. I like to use, E6000. It works out pretty well. You're gonna need some cardboard to spread the glue, and you're gonna need some scissors, which I forgot to grab. So, we'll start in a second. I just need to go get some scissors. I returned. So, first of all, you're gonna want to start with the band. So you're gonna want to make both sides even. I'm not really gonna use this portion where you can loosen it and tighten it, because I'm not too great with that. Because I don't know how to get the proportions right for that. So I'm just gonna make two even pieces that look like they would fit around a head. I'm just gonna do my size because I don't have too huge of a head. So I would say this is good. You always want to leave a little bit extra just so you can have a little bit more to glue, because if you don't leave a little bit extra and then you glue it on, it might be a little bit too tight. So the next part is just cutting this in half, which is simple. You just fold it in half, find the seam line, I'm stupid. Find the middle, make sure it's perfect. Like this is not perfect. And then go in the middle and cut. You have two halves. Each will fit around your head. Each is going to loop around the buckle. If they end up being too loose or too tight for your liking, you're going to want to cut a little bit off. But then again, if you don't feel like cutting any off because you don't want to waste any, then you can just glue more of the strapping into the mask. Like, for instance, for the inside of this, there was a little bit too much, so I used more in the mask. Usually, if it's just right, there only should be about this much. But you still want to make sure that there's a nice strong hold on this. Though this glue is very stretchy, it sometimes doesn't want to stick. Okay, so for the next part, you're going to want to take the top half of your mask, and you just want to glue it on. I usually go, because I cut out hold on. I usually line up the, and I cut this one out just a little bit larger for weathering, but I usually line it up with the holes. So if it's perfectly centered with the holes and it's straight, I kicked my thing. If it's straight within there, then it should be good, because if it's centered in there, when they put the original strapping on there, then it should be centered when you put it in there. If it's not, that's fine, you can just take it off and straighten it. Though this glue is very easy to take off, it's very hard to stretch it out where it'll come apart. Okay, so what I like to do first is I like to add the buckle first. And you need to make sure that you have the correct thickness so the buckle actually fits in there. You also need to make sure, like what I said earlier, and this is really going to help, if you leave a little bit more, you can make sure that it's looped around and you have a tight hold on the buckle. So when you put it in there, when you put it around your head, it may feel a little bit loose, but keep in mind that you're going to use some of that material for the buckle. So, I'll get back to you when I glue both sides on. So usually for easier, drying, I'll usually put something heavy on this. I mean, I'm going to change it out when I cut it. But something heavy like a cup, so the glue sticks better and dries. If you have any, like, lifting weights or just something heavy that's metal, that would work too. Just anything that has some weight to it. I mean, clearly this cup is full of water, but anything that has any weight to it, that will help it stick. Let me go find something really quick. Like, you could literally use anything. Like this pan that I hold all my, rivets in. Which, yes, that'll be another video of strapping. So I'll show you how to strap this mask next, and I might film it today. I don't know. I'm cool like that. I'll come back to you when both ends are on. So it looks like I'm going to end up making this a 2-part video. But for now, I'm going to show you how to do the bottom portion. Because clearly the top portion is pretty simple. You just wait for these to dry. These take about like an hour to dry. That's why I'm putting this in 2 parts. Because I still have the other portion. My arm's gross. Anyways, you're just going to want to glue these inside. And then that'll be done. And like I said before, and I probably didn't, I just don't know what I'm talking about. You need to purchase this glue. I'm not saying that you have to. I would just recommend it. Because if you purchase this glue, first of all, it's going to stay. And it's going to stick well if you give it time to dry. And also, since it's on a stretchy material, it's going to stretch with it. Okay, so next we're going to do the jaw section. And the jaw section is fairly easy. You're going to want to measure your own head. And since I'm selling this for somebody else, I'm going to just stick with my own head. Because first of all, it stretches. At some point, I might try to add buckles for the jaw, but I don't know if I will. So, here's the buckles. I'm stupid! I can't speak English. Here is the strap for that. And sometimes I like to mark out with my X-Acto knife where it needs to be cut. I'm dumb. I'm going to pick this back up. There we go. Okay, so this fits well. You're going to want to put it on top of your head when you put it on, So you need me to make... I really need to do, like, some tongue twisters before I start these videos. Because I suck at speaking. So you're going to want to put the strap up top of your head. And you're going to want to... It's pretty simple. This is probably going to be the most simple gluing. It's just that you need to make sure that you do it one at a time and not both at a time. Because if you do it one at a time, first of all, it's going to dry a lot easier. And second of all, it's going to want to not fall off. And you're also going to want to do like this one. You're going to weigh it. You're going to want to weigh it down to make sure that it sticks. So I'll come back to you in the next video. But first, I'm going to glue these down and show you how I do it. This one's just a little more different. What I like to do... You're going to want to take a little bit of sandpaper and sand the inside of it so it sticks better to the inside of the mask. Because what's different about the band is that it's not made of, like, really weird, like, plastic on the inside. So this one is going to take some sandpaper and you're going to want to sand it. It doesn't have to be, like, really rough. You just need to make sure that you can see that it's been sanded, that there's actually, like, a mark. And if it has a rough texture to it, that means that you've sanded it well. You can sand as much as you want. You just want this texture to be coarse and not smooth like this. You want to be able to really take some time when you press down instead of just doing something like that. And usually I like to glue mine in at a slight angle. But if you want, you can just glue your bands in up and down. I'll show you in a sec. Use that a little bit more. As long as all of that smooth texture is off, you will be all set for gluing. Usually, I put a clear coat on it before I strap, but since I can't find my clear coat right now, I'm going to do it after. Because it really doesn't matter, it's just the way that I like to do it. So, you're going to, if you're going to do it the way that I do, you're going to want to glue it in, like, that. So it's lined up with the, edge. Like that, or you can just do it straight up and down like that. Any preference that you like, I just like to do it that way because it fits a little bit tighter to your face, but if you want a loose jaw fit of the mask to your face, I would suggest doing it this way. Then again, it all depends on how tight and stiff you make it when you strap it. Like, this is definitely going to give it a looser fit. You just need to remember that you cut off a little bit extra when you strap. Like I said before. So, yeah. You'll probably see the finished product in the next video. The next video will be coming out tomorrow on how to just do the regular strapping like this. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to be in at a slight angle. This side might be a little bit better. And then I'll show you how to cut the masks in another video, like this one. I used a Dremel on this one, so that's probably why I'm going to make the other one. I might try to make another one like this and sell it. This was all cut out by a Dremel. All the holes were done by a drill bit in the Dremel. It's very simple. Anyways, have a good night, day, afternoon, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Easter, Halloween. Especially if you're having a good Halloween. I like Halloween. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good holiday. Whatever is happening around your life, just make sure that's good. This is Mask Boy, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.